Hello, hello, everyone. See people starting to pop on. It's so good to see everyone on this Sunday morning. Hi, Jen. How's everyone doing? Good morning, Lola. Good morning, good morning. Hi, baby love. Hi, Angela. Hi, princess. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Already, I'm getting warmed up. So Jen says a nice surprise. I don't normally, you'll probably know, go live this early on a Sunday morning. But I'm doing the Divine Collective group read in a little while. I said, you know what? I'm going to get warmed up. We're going to get the spirits rolling before I go into that smaller group. If anyone is interested, the Divine Collective is a group, like we meet 3 times a month. And so at 10 Central Time today, which is in about 45 minutes, we are going to be doing a group read. And so good morning, Allison. So if anyone's interested in joining the Divine Collective in time for the group read, pop over to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, click on Divine Collective, and then just follow the directions. Like I said, we meet via Zoom. Good morning, Brittany. 3 times a month for different things. Today is our group read. And you know what's fun about the group reads within the Divine Collective is I give a little bit more background on how I'm getting the information, how it works, and then also, people get to feel into their own energy because it's just a much smaller group than it is when I go live places. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I think we're going to kick this morning off with some straight up spirit led. I know usually I start with cards. I was sad this morning. Aw, thank you, Angela. I was really being pulled because let me tell you, I did not sleep well last night. So I actually slept in some this morning. And so it was kind of a scramble to get everything done and get in front of the live. But I was really being called to go live today. So we'll see how that holds for me. The first spirit setting us off this morning is a gentleman. And I'm hearing BR, like Bradley name around him. This gentleman is showing me that he was tall. So let's just say right around 6 foot, a little bit more. So as I said, right around 6 foot, he's looking at me more. He was, I don't know what it is about people who are like 6 foot. They want credit for that extra inch or whatever it is. So he was probably more like 6'1", but he's right around 6 foot tall. He is showing me, he feels like he was a salesperson of some sort. He is just showing me that he was a smooth talker. He could convince people of things. He really has a salesman energy around him. Now, he died from an illness, and he is letting me know that even in this illness, he really kept his positive attitude throughout. He really felt like it was going to be mind over matter, that he was going to be able to pull himself out of this illness just by his his physicality or his mentality of being able to will something to happen. Though he did go to the doctor and he did get his treatments. He's also letting me know that he had light brown. I don't know why that's important. I always think it's funny whenever spirits tell me the color of their hair. It's like, why are we doing that? Okay, must be important. He's showing me that he had light brown hair and something about his eyes. He just had really, really pretty eyes. He is showing me, and because that's how he drew people in, he is showing me he had this way of looking at them that made them feel very seen. And then he's also showing me that there are people on planet who has his eyes. So that means his eyes were passed down. All right. I'm going to recap. Good morning, Gabby. Good to see your face also. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Monica. If y'all haven't done so yet, please click that follow button and get notified when I go live. This morning, hello, Yvonne, this is kind of warm up. I am going live on my Divine Collective group at 10 a.m. this morning. It's a much smaller group, much more intimate. It's held via Zoom. So if anyone's interested in joining the Divine Collective small group, go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and click on Divine Collective. The reason the Divine Collective readings are so fun is because I break information down more. I tell you how I'm getting it. It is just, thank you, Sarah. It's just and it's a close-knit community, my Divine Collective is. So, all right. Let me recap this gentleman real quick and see if we can get him claimed. I'm feeling like a dad, uncle energy to him. So whoever is here, I'm feeling like one generation above them. I'm hearing around this gentleman, this BR name, like Brad or Bradley. He's letting me know he was pretty, he was a tall guy, 6'1". He had this salesman personality about him. He was very convincing, and I was about to say manipulative, and he stopped me. He was really good at convincing people around him to do what he wanted them to do, and what he felt like was best for them. He's also letting me know that he did have an illness that he passed from, and he had such a positive energy about him and a positive attitude. He really felt like he was going to be able to will himself through this illness to the other side. He did go to treatments. He did do what the doctor said, but also he knew it was going to be a lot of his physical mentality that got him to the other side. He is showing me that he had light brown hair and that he had really pretty eyes. And he's also showing me that these eyes were part of his magnetism because they were so pretty and people would look at them. You could really felt seen when he looked at you. He's letting me know that there are people on planet who have his eyes. So he had children or relatives, and these eyes are a theme that goes through the family. All right. Does this gentleman sound familiar to anyone? And give it a couple of seconds. All right, we are going to table him for just a moment. For those of you who have watched me go live before, we always circle back to them. We don't leave these spirits just out there lingering. Hold on, the spirit was saying something. I was like, what are you doing? I was about to table him, and he's like, wait. There is someone who he belongs to on planet that has this like an A name, like Ashley, Andrew, but they're on planet. The person he belongs to has this A name, and I'm not necessarily saying they're on live, but when you think about him, you'll know him to have left someone behind who he was close to, who still mourns him, who has this A name about them. I want to say like an Andrew, Andy. I want, if y'all are still trying to figure out who he is, if those of you who are still in his energy, think of someone who is close to you, like a partner, husband, boyfriend, something like that. Think of that kind of relationship and who he would belong to in your circle to someone that you consider a partner. All right, we are going to table him for a moment. We will come back to him. This next lady stepping up, I'm feeling an aunt energy off of her. It could be aunt or great aunt. I'm feeling Auntie M around. Like that's what I keep hearing, Auntie M, Auntie M. So we definitely have an aunt energy here. This aunt is showing me that she loved having people at her house. She was also pretty bossy, but not in a mean kind of way. She is showing me that when you would come to her house, she was always divvying out. But she did it and people didn't think about it. She's like, you go do this. You go clean the corn. You do this. And, she should have the ladies in the kitchen with her and divvying out what needed to be done. She's also letting me know that she had hip problems. Of course, this this isn't what took her off planet, but she is showing me that I can see her like rubbing her hip. Her hip really bothered her. She had some hip problems. And she is showing me because of that, she usually wore shoes in her house because it helped her feet. And since it helped her feet, it helped her whole posture and her back. She is showing me that she had a wood-burning fireplace in her house, that she really enjoyed the atmosphere of this fireplace. You would have known her to, frequently be starting fires, and she just really enjoyed the atmosphere of it. Her house is very well put together. I'm not saying it is one of these ritzy houses, but she's showing me everything kind of being in its place. She did have a few tchotchkes around, but it wasn't overwhelming, not a hoarding situation at all, and she always made sure that she took care of them and, wiped them off and all of that. She's letting me know that she just really enjoyed cooking and taking care of the family. And even into her older age, she had tons of energy. Like, she showed me just darting around. She was married for a long time, did lose her husband, and did not remarry. She was showing me that she was married, lost her husband, and didn't remarry. All right. I'm going to recap this lady. I want y'all to think about your relatives, just kind of open your heart and mind to who this may fit. Let me recap and we'll see if we can get them taken. If this is your spirit, put a yes or a mine, something like that in the comments, and then I will ask you to go live and deliver the message from this lady. Now, this is something that I've never done in my mediumship, is I don't allow spirits to step up and just say, hey, I'm here. It's way too general. If you are going to a medium for a reading, a message is part of a full-blown reading. Spirit, of course your spirit's around you. Well, why would they step up and just say, hey, I'm here? Of course you're here. They love you. Everyone has a message. So once this lady is claimed and you go live with me, then I will deliver the message from her. All right, I'm feeling an ant energy around her. I'm getting that because I kept hearing Auntie M, Auntie M. She's letting me know that she was, what did she say? Oh, wherever, I'm not saying she was from Nebraska, but she's taking me outside. I live in Nebraska, and the wind is always freaking blowing here. And she is showing me she lived in a very windy place because she was always, taking her hair down. She does feel like has Midwest, but it feels kind of a southern part of Midwest. Not Upper Peninsula, not like the North Dakotas and all of that. I'm in Nebraska. It feels this area or a little bit further south. She's also letting me know that she had a lot of group events at her house, like family events, and she was really good at delegating this information out. She was really good at saying, hey, you do this, you do that. She had a wood-burning fireplace she was showing me that she really enjoyed. Her house was very well put together. It wasn't one of these, ritzy, have all the bells and whistles, but the house was very well put together, and the house, everything was in its place. She had some tchotchkes sitting around, but she took care of them. Definitely not a hoarding situation at all. As I'm saying that, she's like, oh no, this lady, everything she shows me is just being lined up. She's also letting me know that she mostly wore shoes in her house because of her back. I know that sounds weird, but she is showing me that if she wore shoes in her house, it kept her back from hurting so much. And this lady was constantly on the go. She was go, even into her older age. She was like a little Energizer bunny. She is showing me something about having eye problems. She did wear glasses. But she stayed healthy around her as everyone is dropping. She is showing me staying healthy. She was married. She did lose her husband, and she did not remarry. She is showing me that they've been married for a long time. And once he passed, she wasn't interested in remarrying. Okay, so if this spirit fits you, please put a yes in the comments. Thank you, Miss Paige. Thank you. And just know, like Paige said, that the amount of information I get always amazes me. I should get evidence. Y'all should expect every freaking psychic medium to give you evidence of who they have. And that starts with a lot of evidence. All right, I want to, greetings, Sheba. All right, does this fit anyone on here? If it does, please put a yes in the comments. All right, is there someone on here named Lisa? So think of my live audience, someone on here that is named Lisa, who this person fits. This spirit is very much saying she belongs to a Lisa who's on planet. So if you're not Lisa, you know of a Lisa that this lady belongs to. That's right. Where is Lisa? Come on now. This lady belongs to Elisa, and she is, as I'm saying that, she is getting very close to me and looking over my shoulder. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I appreciate y'all being here this morning. All right. We are going to go back and recap the original gentleman I started with, because now we have two spirits on hold, and that just doesn't happen to me. I don't ever...
I'm Lisa. But I just got on and missed the description.
Oh, all right, Miss Michelle. So Lisa just said, or Michelle said, I'm Lisa, just got on and missed the description. Okay, so I'm going to describe this spirit one more time and we'll just see if it fits. If it is yours or, you can resonate with it, Miss Michelle, please put a yes in the comments because you're about to get lost. As I see people making comments, you're going to be popping up. So as I'm describing it, if she does belong to you, please put a yes. Even if she doesn't, just say, no, it doesn't resonate because the spirit is, as I'm talking to you, getting more and more excited. I'm like, okay. We have an aunt energy. A great aunt would come through with aunt energy. Also, she's telling me, and as I'm talking to her, I'm hearing like Auntie M, Auntie M. She's also telling me that she was from like a Midwest type feel state, but it feels kind of a little bit further south. I'm in Nebraska. She feels like she was a little bit further south in this Midwest feel. She's also letting me know that she had tons, like she was always having family events at her house. She was really good at delegating and telling people, the women were in the kitchen with her, you do this, you do that. And she would send the men outside to do whatever needed to be done to get ready. She was not, I love this about this lady because some of us kill ourselves, right? When we get ready for events, this lady was all about, I love hosting them, but we're going to get some help in here. She's also letting me know she usually wore shoes in her house because she had a bad back. And so wearing shoes, the cushion on the hard floors in the house helped her back. She's showing me that everything in our house was in its place, but not to the point where you couldn't touch things or she felt like it was a museum. Everything was in its place. She is showing me she had some tchotchkes sitting around, but it was not a hoarding situation. It was just she had pretty things sitting around. This lady had a lot of energy her entire life. She was always on the go, always outside doing things, inside doing things. She was married for a long time. And when she lost her husband, she did not remarry. She's showing me that, that part of her life was over. She missed him tremendously, but she poured her life into her friends and her family. This lady was also really good about being by herself. Some people they have a hard time sitting with themselves, and she did a really good job of it. Also, I'm hearing her phone ring, so she did have people that kept in contact with her. All right, so the Michelle on here said it wasn't resonating with her. Does this lady resonate with anyone on here? If she does, please put a yes in the comments. All right. We are going to go back and describe the first gentleman. I don't usually move. Usually I don't ever have more than one spirit who's kind of hanging out waiting to be placed. And at this moment I have two, so we need to get one of them placed. So if they are resonating with you and you're thinking, because this is what happens. This is what I figured out happens whenever spirits aren't claimed. Y'all have imposter syndrome, you sweet people. Because you start thinking, well, that sounds like my whoever, but why would they step up? Why would they want to talk to me? Because they love you. You are special. Yes, she could also be a great aunt energy, would be like a grandma. So Miss Lana, does this lady sound like yours? I'm just about to move off to someone else, Miss Lana. So if she's yours, please put a yes in the comments. And you know the drill. I'll ask you to go live and we'll get a message from her. All right, let's see what Miss Lana has here.
Hello.
Hi, Lana.
How are you?
Oh, are you there? Are you there, Lana?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Okay, now say something.
Can you hear me?
I can. I think I had you turned down. That was my bad. All right, Miss Lana. So now this sounds like your grandmother?
She's like a grandma. I grew up right next door to her, but
very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that is the first. So when people come on and start giving me information, that's the first hit. Because if y'all notice, I said we have like a great aunt energy here, right?
Right.
Lana said that, she was kind of like a grandmother to me. But now whenever I get grandmother energy, there is a certain energetic cord I see. I did not see that cord. And that's the reason I was like, she feels like a grandmother, but probably a great aunt because I don't see that grandmother cord. Lana just explained that to me because she was like a grandmother, but she lived next door. So there wasn't that energetic grandmother cord. Make sense?
Yep.
Next thing I see on here is I was saying she belonged to a Lisa, an L name. It's Lana.
Yeah.
Also, I said, think outside the box. Like because of this lack of familial cord that I felt. I said, think outside, think of outside of you like a partner or something. Lana hit that, saying that was a neighbor because I was not feeling that family cord. Now, Lana, would she give you things? I see her, and they would just be little things because I see you kind of smirking in a good way. You're smirking in a good way because this lady has given you something, and she considers it like a great treasure, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is so.
She did do that all the time.
Yeah. So for people that are listening, yes, I described the spirit. Yes, I knew it was Lana's the second she popped up, but now I just give more evidence so that we all feel better about the situation. And Lana did confirm that what this lady was showing me. She also knew, she knew that what she was giving you wasn't treasures. She just adored you so much, and she had a hard time portraying that. She had a hard time with her words of, instead of just saying, oh, Lana, I just love you. Lana, I appreciate you so much. She had a hard time with those words. So what she would do is give you things. Does that make sense?
It does, and I still have those things.
I love that.
Yes.
So now what popped in, Lana, is when I teach intro to mediumship, we do something called psychometry in that class. So psychometry is where you take an inanimate object that belonged to someone else and you read it because they leave their energy in it. So if you ever want to feel her, pick up one of her items and her love will come over. Will come through.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, Lana, she is saying something about a job. You have had a job switch. You're looking for a job. She's showing me a lot of turbulence around the job situation. Do you know what she's referencing?
Yeah, I've kind of put mine. I have my own business, and I've kind of put it on hold for a bit.
Okay, so what she is showing me when you said that is, and I have done this same things off and on in my business. Once you've had a business for a while, and you sometimes have to take a step back and look at it and say, okay, do I need to restructure? What do I need to do here? What's going on? And you need to change it a little bit. I'm not saying that you need to close the business down. What is your business?
I make headstones and memorial benches.
Oh my gosh.
And I had a loss, and I just haven't been able to.
She was originally showing me, part of her identification, she was showing me a headstone, but the headstone looked weird and I didn't bring it through. Because when people bring through headstones from for one of my symbols, there's a certain way they bring it through to me. So I know that, then you hear me say, oh, they were buried, not cremated. But she was showing me a headstone differently, and I wasn't quite sure why she was showing it to me differently, and that's why.
It might also be another reason too. It's even making me cry right now.
Okay, so now she is saying that when you come back online making these headstones, that they're going to be like taken to the next level because you're going to channel your grief through the creativity of getting these headstones done.
Okay.
She's also showing me, this is your business that you just described to me. Now, there's a little offshoot of it that you've been thinking about doing. Do you know what she's referencing?
Yes, I think I do.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what she showed me, and we're going to see if it's what you're thinking it is.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it's called. She's just showing me. So when one of my kids, my last baby, got married, I took her bouquet to this lady, and she did some things to it, and she put it, poured some acrylic stuff on it.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense to you. And then it ended up it's beautiful. So now instead of having this bouquet that would have been thrown away, or you would have had dried leaves, she did dry them, but once she put them in this acrylic, it just ended up being a beautiful display.
That's exactly what I've been doing, is with the flowers left over from the services.
Very good.
Acrylic on them. And
they're very good.
Then you can keep them forever. And
yes, that's exactly what she was showing me. So now that's coming through, confirming that you were on the right track. Now that she is showing me, though, and I'm just going to tell you what she's saying, to expand that, because she keeps taking me back. It was for my daughter's wedding. Yes, I knew you needed to do it for funerals, but she is showing me that becoming more of a mainstay where people can have it done for other reasons, for engagements or weddings or whatever it may be. And she's
Okay.
showing me that being an offshoot of your business. Like, yes, you're still doing this other stuff, but that's an offshoot of it.
Okay.
She's also telling me, which I think you're doing well in this area. So since she's kind of confirming something that I think you're doing well, that means she is confirming that you're on the right path. What she is saying is that you are doing a great job with your grief. I know you feel like that you said, I've had a loss. I've kind of had to take a step back. You are processing it correctly. I know it doesn't feel like it because grief will hit you sideways. Like you wake up one day and you think, oh, I can breathe today. And then you put your feet on the floor and you realize, no, I can't breathe today. The grief is too
Right.
deep.
Right.
And she is saying that you do a really good job, or she's saying she wants you to offer yourself a lot of grace in that. I feel like you're already doing that. I feel like you're doing a good job of it. But the spirit is saying, just keep pouring grace on yourself. Keep pouring grace on yourself.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss
I've got to
Lana.
tell you, it's my
Yeah.
birthday.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
So when you were talking, and this is my daughter passed on her headstone. So it was just, it kind of
Very
shocked me when you first come through it because I'm thinking, I'm not sure if this is her, but
So your daughter passed on this lady's headstone?
yes.
Okay, so we in the TikTok world just need to sit with that for just a moment. And we need to think about all the energies at play that made this happen.
Yeah.
So, it is Lana's birthday. Her aunt comes through. And I knew, so now if you come to me for a one-on-one reading, I bring through all your spirits. Like we just keep bopping through them until time is up. This is a live, I only do one. Now, I knew that this lady here was not Lana's go-to, right? I knew that you were taking her, you loved her, you knew she was yours. But I knew that there was someone else in spirit. I hadn't really thought much about it because I bring through one, usually on lives. Well, what are the odds? Who Lana, I'm sure, is really here to see is her daughter. And her daughter passed on this lady's headstone. Let's just sit with that for a moment. And so now what I was Allison. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what just happened is I was about to laugh and say, Lana, out there in TikTok world, people are saying, bring her daughter up. And I was just about to say that, and Allison Brimhall said, channel her daughter. I am channeling her daughter. I'm about to go get her. Okay, let's do this. All right, very good. So now, Lana, the first thing that strikes me as your daughter when she is stepping up is she was a whirlwind.
She was.
Yes, a disruptor of energy. Let me tell you, there was no, like you could feel her coming in the room a mile away. She's
Yep.
also letting me know that, okay, so now how she is saying this is going to be something that Lana is probably used to, or some of her terminology is not my terminology because I don't necessarily believe in the way that Lana's daughter is saying this. But she is saying that she was battling her own demons, Lana, that had nothing to do with you.
Yes.
You knew that she was in trouble
Yes.
and you tried to get her the help that she needed.
I did.
And she is thanking you for that. She is also letting me know that it was her choice. Now, she is showing me that she had been clean for a while, and then
Yes.
she came back into it.
Yes.
Now, it's funny because I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. A spirit came to me the other day as I was getting ready, and I knew it's kind of be the same as your daughter. And I want everyone out there to know if you are battling addiction or you think that you're going to just do this one more time, you are not smarter. I know that everyone out there thinks they're smarter. I'm telling you, you're not freaking smarter than the drugs. You're not. You're just not. Leave them the F alone. You are not smarter than the drugs. I
Right.
cannot tell you how many spirits I have brought through who got themselves clean and they're like, I'm going to do it one more time. Please listen to me, people. You are not smarter than the drugs. You're not.
Right.
Okay, now I'm off my soapbox. No, that was actually your daughter who was like, tell her, tell him. Which
Yeah, that's what she would say too. She would be saying that.
She is such a force. Like she was a force on earth. She's also a force on the other side. Like, please listen to this lady. She thought that she was smarter, that she was just going to do this one last thing and then that was going to be it. Now, Lena, she is showing me. I know what she's showing me. I'm not sure why she is showing me this because she said, tell mama to eat all the cake. And she didn't, I thought she was going to show me one type of cake that you liked. Nope. She's showing me a chocolate on chocolate. She is showing me some kind of chocolate with raspberries on it. She is showing me a cheesecake. She's showing me all the cakes. Why is she doing that?
I have a survivor of suicide prevention dinner today on my birthday. I didn't want to go to. And apparently everybody is bringing cake for me, every different person.
Oh my gosh.
And I just found out about that. And I'm like, I don't even eat that much cake.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lena, for your daughter just did a freaking phenomenal job. So
Yes.
for everyone out there, so her daughter had been showing me all this different cake and I thought, oh, she's going to, show me her mom's favorite cake. But then I gave up because she was showing me all the cakes. And
I
that
just
makes
told my daughter-in-law, I'm like, don't bring me cake to this. I don't want it to be about me today. And she says, oh, that's so already done by everybody.
Lana, I want you to do me a favor. Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Let this be about you today. Just let that energy flow.
Okay.
You give so much to other people, and this is also coming from your daughter. You give so much to other people. Think of an honor. I want everyone, and this is for Lana and everyone watching, think of that one person who is always doing for others. And then when they allow you to do something for them, it is such a blessing to be able to bless them. So let them bless you.
I will.
All right.
And
Thank
I
you,
thank
Miss-
you so much. I needed
Of
this today.
course. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Get that going on. All right. So now at 10 o'clock, so in 13 minutes, I am going to be continuing reading in my Divine Collective. The Divine Collective is a much smaller group and we're on Zoom. So it's much more intimate. If you want to be a part of that, join the Divine Collective. You go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, Divine Collective, follow the instructions, and then you will get the Zoom link for today's session that now starts in 12 minutes. The fun thing about the Divine Collective is it's a smaller group. You're on Zoom, so it's much more personal. And also, I give you ways of how I'm getting the information so that when you are out and about in the world, you understand when spirits are trying to get to you. Okay, real quick, we're going to see if we can get this original gentleman claim, the one that we had brought up earlier. I'm hearing a B name around him like Bradley. He was tall. He was a little over 6 foot. He had a salesman energy to him. He was very, I was going to say manipulative. Every time I say that, he stops me, but that's what it feels like. He had a great way of convincing people to do what he wanted them to do. He's letting me know that he had light brown hair, but he had these beautiful, like bluish green eyes. And that's how he would get people in. Like he knew what he had and he used it to his benefit. He's also letting me know that there are some people on planet who still have his eyes. And so this eye color is kind of in his family. He's also letting me know, hold on, I need some water. He's letting me know that he'd passed from an illness and he was such a positive, strong-willed person. He felt like he was going to be to will himself out of this illness. Yes, he did do Western medicine, but he knew on top of it was a bunch of his mindset. And so he also did that.
Hope has a question. She just subscribed and she's curious, will she get an email for the 10 o'clock event?
Okay, so someone made a great question on here, is that she described, will she get an email for the 10 o'clock event? The emails for today's event have already gone out. The access, so you go into the Divine Collective, like when you signed up for the Divine Collective, you go into the community. That's where you want to click on. You go into the community. And that's where, and it says join here for the, live read or for today's reading. And within that information is the Zoom link. Now, I do want you to, like about 5 minutes before, if you're joining today, about 5 minutes before, even a couple of minutes before, not after it starts, before. Say, I'm having problems finding the Zoom link, and I will email it to you real quick on this first day, because it is, you have to go into the community to see the Zoom link. So you sign up, you have an account, your email and passwords opens up the door to the Divine Collective portal. And within that classroom portal is where the Zoom link is housed. If you've signed up, you yeah, I do one-on-ones. Yeah. You found it? Thank you, my ass.
Jules says she signed up.
Okay, very good. Okay, so for everyone out there signing up, I will be keeping an eye on my Gmail account, on my email account. If you're having problems it's just because you're kind of flustered because oh my gosh, this reading starts in like 9 minutes. I want to be in it. And so you have that energy and it's hard to think it through. So I will be checking the email, and I will send out the Zoom link for today, because you usually get it via email. So once you join the Divine Collective, you get reminders like the day before and the day of saying, hey, this is coming up and here's a Zoom link. But now that we're getting down to the wire, if you can't find it, I will send it to you. So this gentleman was a salesman at heart. He's letting me know that he did fight this illness. He's also showing me a headstone. He's also letting me know that someone has gotten a tattoo in his honor, though it is not a name. It's not a name tattoo, but someone has gotten a tattoo in his honor. Is anyone familiar with this gentleman? All right, looks like that. We're not going to get him claimed today, which is okay. I don't have time to sit with him anymore just because I have interesting. So I would delve into this further if I did not have to pop over to the Divine Collective. So Kristen, you said you read me once and said my future soulmate is connected to that would be very interesting to delve into. So if you are joining the Divine Collective, once you pop in there, let me know you're there and we will delve into this, because that's very interesting. You have to think about these energies and the synchronicities of them. Even with the other person that I just read, things don't happen randomly. So pay attention when the synchronicities pop up. All right, I'm about to go get ready for my 10 o'clock reading within Divine Collective. If you guys want to join that, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium Divine Collective, you pop into the community, which is where you get the Zoom link. The first time might be a little bit tricky just because it's your first time navigating it. If you're already a part of the Divine Collective, you get reminder emails like the day before, the day of, saying, hey, this is coming up. Here is the Zoom link. All right. I'm going to thank everyone who joined me today. I appreciate y'all, and I hope to see y'all on the Divine Collective here in about 7 minutes. Y'all have a great Sunday.